Returning home, the heartbreaking journey to Vindication. The clang of the silver bell above the door echoed as I entered my childhood home, its chime a bittersweet song that marked my return. Memories flooded back, both bright and bitter. It felt like a lifetime ago when I had walked away from here, leaving behind the chorus of mocking laughter that haunted my dreams for years. "You still think you can be the next Picasso?" my father had sneered all those years ago, his disdain an arrow aimed straight at my heart. My mother had stifled a laugh, her eyes glazed with the mirth of shared ridicule. "You should stop embarrassing us, Myra," she scolded. "Get a real job, do something worthwhile." Their words cut deeper than I let on. To them, my dream of becoming an artist was a fool's errand, a ridiculous notion destined only to end in failure and shame for the family. But their disdain fueled a fire within me, a fire that burned with a ferocity I hadn't known I possessed. With a quiet resolve, I packed my bags and vowed to prove them wrong. The journey was harder than I imagined. Door after door closed with the same finality, and with each rejection, doubt whispered insidiously in my ear. I found myself in a cramped, dim-lit studio apartment, relentlessly painting while juggling menial jobs that chipped away at my spirit. The strokes of my brush sought solace, my art becoming a refuge from the cacophony of doubt and the shadow of my family's disbelief. There were nights when loneliness stretched long and suffocating, the silent canvas my only companion. But slowly, steadily, my work found footprints on the global stage. An exhibit here, a showcase there, until one pivotal moment when a notable gallery in New York took interest. From those humble origins, my art spoke, and the world began to listen. Recognition came not as a thunderous applause, but as a quiet affirmation, each accolade a step farther from the shadow of rejection. I achieved what I had set out for, not just acclaim, but liberation from the chains of insecurity. I replayed the memory of my father's mocking words countless times, hoping one day I'd return, not for their approval, but to reveal what their dismissal had built. So here I stood, the door creaking open to the home that once held only doubts for my dreams. The living room was exactly as I remembered it, the smell of old wood and dried lavender carrying a nostalgia tempered by time. My mother was the first to spot me, her eyes widening in disbelief. "Myra," she murmured, almost as if addressing a ghost from the past. My father turned from the kitchen, his expression a complex dance between shock and an old, well-worn disappointment. Their silence laid bare the passage of years, a chasm filled with absence and unspoken reproach. "I'm back," I breathed, the words almost evaporating in the dense air of our shared history. Before they could rebuild their facade of indifference, I placed an envelope on the table. It was a gallery invitation, my name emblazoned across the headline. "I think you should come to my next show," I said, my voice unwavering. This was my moment, not of revenge, but of revelation, the culmination of years spent proving that dreamers, even the ridiculed ones, can rewrite their own destinies. My father opened the envelope with unsteady hands. As his eyes traced the embossed letters, his expression softened slightly, a crack in the armor of his derision. "We missed a lot," my mother finally acknowledged, her voice laced with a vulnerability that surprised me. For a heartbeat, silence enveloped us, heavy yet cathartic. It wasn't an apology, but it was something, acknowledgement perhaps, tinged with regret. As I prepared to leave, my father spoke again, unexpected and quietly powerful. "Myra, you've built something beautiful," he admitted, genuine pride threading through his words for the first time. In that moment, standing in the living room where dreams were once dismissed as folly, I realized that the journey back home was not about vindication. It was about reclaiming my narrative, transforming their derision into the first brushstrokes of my masterpiece. I nodded, a silent affirmation of everything unsaid.